You reject compliments, every single one. Not out loud, you're polite. You say, "Thank you," but inside you're already running it through a filter. Was that real? What do they want? Was the bar just low? Welcome to Cognitive Lab, where we decode the hidden bugs in human psychology. If you overthink, self-doubt, or constantly feel like good things are somehow a trick, subscribe. That's exactly what we do here. Here's something that should genuinely bother you. A study from the University of Waterloo found that people with unstable self-images experienced more distress from a compliment than from criticism. More distress from someone being nice to you. Here's why. And I want you to picture this. Your brain has two employees running at the same time. One is the manager, calm, rational, processes language. He hears "good job" and goes, "Fine, noted." But there's also the security guard, and the security guard doesn't read words. He reads risk, social risk, status risk, the risk of being seen, and then failing to live up to it. And if you ever grew up learning that praise comes with a price, the security guard starts treating every compliment like a suspicious package. Your amygdala, that's the security guard. Your prefrontal cortex, that's the manager. And in your brain, the security guard has been winning every time. The question is, who taught him to be that paranoid? Psychologist William Swan discovered something that I find genuinely unsettling. When people with low self-esteem were given a choice between a glowing review and an honest criticism, they chose the criticism, on purpose. Not because they're masochists, because it confirmed who they already believed they were. And the brain will always choose a familiar pain over an unfamiliar comfort. Read that again. Your brain would rather be told it failed than update its own story. So the real question isn't, why can't I accept compliments? It's, what story was written about you, and who wrote it? Almost always, one of three childhoods. The "good job, but" child. Praise so consistently followed by correction that your brain learned to skip the good part and brace for the hit. The transactional child. Praise came before a request, before a reminder of what you owe. Your nervous system learned warmth is currency. Someone is about to spend it. The invisible child. No manipulation, no criticism, just silence. Praise simply wasn't in the vocabulary, and so you never built the neural wiring to receive it safely. You didn't miss out on feeling good. You missed out on the neurological practice of it, like a muscle that was never trained. 3 types of compliment overthinkers. Which one are you? The decoder. Can't take anything at face value. She said I looked great. Does that mean I usually don't? Every compliment becomes a clue. They become detectives solving a case that doesn't exist. The preemptive deflector. Already building the exit ramp before the compliment is finished. Oh, I just threw it together. I had a lot of help. It feels like modesty. It isn't. It's armor. If I minimize it first, I can't be exposed when they realize they were wrong. The delayed processor. Fine in the moment. Smiles, nods. Then, at 11 p.m., lying in bed, replays the entire interaction and decides something was off. The overthinking is delayed, but it always arrives. Here's what all 3 have in common. They're not doubting the compliment. They're protecting a self-image that was built a long time ago, in conditions that no longer exist. Now, can that self-image actually be changed? And here's the thing nobody tells you. That filter isn't modesty. It isn't humility. It's a threat response. Your brain is treating someone being kind to you the same way it treats danger. Today, I'm going to show you exactly why that happens and where it was installed. Most advice on this fails for one reason. It tells you to feel differently. That's backwards. You can't feel your way out of a neurological pattern. You have to behave your way out first. 3 things that actually work. 1. Stop obeying the thought. When the overthinking loop starts, you don't have to argue with it or silence it. Just don't follow it. A thought arriving is not a command. You can hear they didn't really mean it and choose not to open that door, not because you've healed, because you've recognized the door. 2. Build your floor. Get a piece of paper. Write 5 things you're genuinely good at, based on evidence, not what sounds humble. Research from the University of Virginia shows this one act dramatically increases how stable your self-image is. A stable self-image means compliments have somewhere to land instead of just bouncing off. 3. Keep a receipts folder on your phone. Screenshot or write down every piece of credible praise from people whose judgment you actually respect. Your brain rejects compliments because it doesn't have enough data to build a new pattern. The receipts folder is how you give it the data. Here's what I want you to hold on to. You didn't build this pattern. Someone handed it to you. The parent who always added, but. The person who made warmth feel like a transaction. They gave you broken software, and you've been running it ever since. You didn't write that code. And here is the most important thing in this video. You don't have to believe a compliment to stop dismantling it. Those are 2 completely different things. The next time someone tells you that you did something well, and you feel that familiar pull to take it apart, pause. Let it sit there, intact, untouched. You're not agreeing with them. You're just choosing not to destroy something good. That's the whole practice. And it starts the next time someone says something kind to you. Drop a comment. Tell me which profile you are. Subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one.